Hey there, my name is James Heidema. I'm a strategic coach and an international trainer. So which is the better pathway to walk as a manager of sales professionals? So which is the better pathway? And what I'm talking about is how do you build your team? Fundamentally, there's two pathways that you can walk. One pathway is where you hire a lot of people and you have a process in place, and some people survive and some people fail. The other is where you hire less people, but you've got a different process in place, and some people survive and some people fail. And so, which is the better pathway? Well, let's look at each of those. The pathway that you may choose to walk, where you're going to hire anybody who's interested in joining your team, and you're going to allow the selection process to happen when they're working. And what I mean by that is they're going to pass or they're going to fail based on how they perform while they're doing the job. There's some problems with that. Now, one of the problems is if you bring people in the team, and I assume you've got some sort of onboarding process, some sort of road map that they're going to walk, and you're going to touch them in different ways with training and coaching and whatever. But fundamentally, the majority of their sort of experience will come from group presentations, videos, and things like that, and not necessarily from you as the manager. So you won't be intimate with them on a daily basis of inspecting what you expect and the rest of that. The problem with that is that you go through a lot of people. And my experience is that to get the people who will stay and do the job, you bring a lot of people through the door, and it's like you've got a revolving door and it's going around and around and around, and it's spinning quite fast, I see in that model. The model I'm most familiar with is the other alternative, which is you actually hire and select a fewer number of people, and you're prepared to train them, coach them, role play with them, and go out on joint appointments with them to actually help them master the profession. My experience is the turnover is less, but you don't have the same size team. So there are people out there that take the first model where they hire a lot of people and may on the surface have larger teams. But, you know, it's interesting when I start working with managers and they say, I've got 20 people in my team or 30 people in my team. The next question I ask them is how many of them are actually doing the job? And it's a much smaller number of people. So maybe you got 20 people, but only 7 of them are actually doing the job. And so do you really have a team of 20? Or do you have a team of 7? And I'm not for a moment saying that either of them is better or either of them is worse. I just think that if you're going to bring a lot of people into your team, you better have a really solid roadmap, and you have to be touching them in meaningful ways in where they can grow and develop and master the profession as quickly as possible and receive what they need just in time. So if you've got that system and it's working for you, of course, don't throw it out. Keep doing it. But the other experience is if you're hiring less people and selecting them and making a decision that I often make, which is I don't care if you want to come in the business as much as I care should you be in the business. And so I was taught that you do role play, that you do coach, that you do go out on joint appointments, that you stand side by side with them. And in the beginning, you interact with them on a daily basis. So it depends on your philosophy. I am most experienced with the hire less and keep more than hire a lot and keep some. But if whatever method you're using works for you, then I wish you great success with that. And if you've got more questions, look at other videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll see you in a future video. Bye for now.